I used to like get cake orders all the time and cupcake orders, and I would bake them at my parents' house because I was like 18 and 17. I still lived at home, and that was really hard. There would be days where like I would drop a cake, and just because the space was so weird, or like a cake would melt and I would have nowhere to put it because our freezer was full of our food, and I would like be crying on our kitchen floor, and my mom would like come in and be like, "It's okay, it's just cake, you're doing a really good job." And it just, that even still today, like when things get really hard or I'm like, God, this is so difficult, I just remember my mom being like, "It's just cake, like it's okay, you're gonna be fine." I'll get an order for a wedding cake and life gets crazy and I'm a really great procrastinator, and I'll make it like that morning and it'll be done and I'll deliver it and I'll be like, wow, like I remember the days where I was at home and I couldn't even make like a birthday cake with my mom and she would have to help me. Like, so it's crazy, like I don't think you realize how much you progress in a field that you really like, that you work in all the time, and then you think back like there were days where I couldn't even do a single dozen cupcake order, and now I make wedding cakes in a day. So I graduated culinary school and I baked for a little while at this really awesome bakery, learned how to frost cakes properly because I guess I've been doing it wrong my whole life. Made a lot of cupcakes, made a lot of cookies and bars, and but in between that, it was just a lot of like hopping around, learning as much as I can. I worked at a food truck that was really great. I worked on the Happy Grow cheese. I worked everywhere. Like people would be like, "Is there a place that you don't work?" And there really wasn't, because I was always trying to like learn as much as I can in that weird transition of like, I want to be a baker, but I also want to work for all these cool places because there were never these cool places when I was growing up, and I want to learn as much as I can, and all these people are so much wiser than me because they've all started businesses, and that's what I eventually want to do. So my friend Jason was my favorite barista at Bold Bean, and he was leaving to be like more full-time at his design company. He was like, "Hey, I'm opening a coffee shop. Do you want to work there?" And I was like, no, like I don't want to do, I'm a baker, like I'm not gonna make coffee. But I need a part-time job and that place seemed cool, and so I was like, yeah, sure, like why not, let's do it. And I was just like a part-time barista at first, and I didn't realize how much I would love it, building a place from the ground up, like painting the walls, picking out the stuff that goes in the bathrooms, just being a part of some community from the very beginning and like watching it grow. I didn't think I would love BREW as much as I do now, and now BREW is like my whole life. I think when it comes to like passion and dreams and desires, and I think that you have to put them out there. I think that you have to like say it and make it known, and you're like, I want to open a donut shop. I'm going to talk about it all the time. I'm going to talk about it like I already own it, that it's already happening, and I don't have any money and I don't know where it's going to be, but I'm going to talk about it like it's happening to me, because it is going to happen to me one day, because I want it that bad. I think that anyone can do anything that they want if they really believe in themselves and have a supportive group of people around them that are like, yeah, you can. You're a little crazy, but you can. And just don't listen to what other people say. Obviously be realistic, but just keep telling yourself that this is what you're doing, you're going to do it, this is what you want, and it'll happen. And how that goes, I don't know. Like I never thought that I would get here baking whatever I want to bake, making a menu from scratch, and having the best people behind me. I didn't think it was going to happen just by saying yes to a part-time barista job. Like I didn't think that was how this was going to go. So just stay open-minded and say yes to the opportunities around you and absorb everything and be a sponge because you just never know what happens when you say yes to something that sounds crazy, and just keep reminding yourself like, my end goal is this and this is what I'm going to do.